So, welcome. The video is a fraction longer to start just then than I thought it would. Now, if I was a perfectionist, I would restart it, but I'm not going to. So, welcome. I love that you are here on this page. If you are on this page, you have somehow come to be looking at the Human Design Create a Life You Love with Human Design course. And I just want to help you decide whether this is a good fit for you or not. So in this course, I will be sharing my own perspectives and philosophies and preferences. If you are the kind of person that wants a guru approach and you want to know what the original creator shared about this and how they taught it and what they think, and you don't want any heresy of the core philosophy, then I'm going to tell you that you're in the wrong place. I am a heretic in my human design profile, and as such, I challenge the status quo. I question things, and I'm going to invite you to do the same. Anything that I say is not gospel. I am not your guru, to quote, I think it's Tony Robbins has the Not Your Guru video. I am a human, just like you, living out my design in an experiment. And this course has been put together to help you discover your own experiment through human design. In a system that teaches us to follow our own strategy and authority, I refuse to buy into the mentality that there are rules and guidelines and strict ways of doing this. There are so many ways that you can go on a journey to discover yourself and create a life you love. In my bigger course, I go into all of that. In this one, we're just going to look at the human design. If you're looking for a repetition of content and you are looking for someone that follows the guru model and follows the teachings of Ra Uru Hu, who is the creator of human design, to the letter, then I'm going to encourage you to find a different mentor. The book that I love and use as my reference is The Definitive Book of Human Design, The Science of Differentiation, and it was compiled with Ra's input. And I think that's a perfect place for someone who's looking for that to start. So if that's you, by all means, do that. If, however, you are looking for my unique perspective, something about me resonates with you, you love my heretic, you love my innate wisdom, you love my philosophy, that there's no one size fits all, and that we're here to test and measure and find our own innate wisdom, then you're in the right place. So I'm just going to look where I'm at in my notes. I'm imperfect. I'm human. This is how I run my webinars. I was going to do this polished and professional and make sure it was all together. It's not how I work. So in the course, my invitation to you is that you ask questions to draw me out of my hermit nature into the heretic. It's not particularly hard. However, you will get as much out of the course as you put into it. So if you are waiting for me to be your leader, then I will respond in kind and I will wait for you to be your leader. If, however, you are taking initiative, you're asking questions, you ask 100 questions, I will give you 100 answers. So in this course, we're going to look at the 11 dimensions of human design that fit within my human design acronym. They are not exhaustive by any stretch of the imagination. But when I opened my own mind to just see what I was being called to deliver in this space, they're what appeared. So acronyms just appear to me, which I know sounds a little bit out there. It is part of my own human design in that it is one of the gates that I have active, is the ability to visualize patterns. And so in this course, we're going to look through those 11 categories. They're broken into modules. And so when I do the video editing, I'm just going to scroll through the sheet on this. I'm going to read it out now and I'll add this in. So you're going to have the introduction, work through creating a body graph, accessing the Q&A call times, making the most of this course, the 11 components more in depth, compiling and reading your own chart. Then we're going to look at, so H is for human design. H is also for high-level types. We're going to look at the 5 types and experimenting with your strategy. We're going to look at the undefined and defined centers, starting with the 9, and how to start the deconditioning process in those undefined areas. We're going to look at the main profile, the 6 lines, the 12 profiles. We're going to look at the authority, using your own authority to help you make decisions. We're going to look at the not self and self themes, identifying the 5 themes, identifying your theme by type, identifying your theme by authority, identifying your theme by experimenting and reflecting, And that is where I come with a very significant point of difference to so many of the other teachers. I love the human design profile. I think it gives us some great insights. I don't think it is the end of the game. I think there is so much that we need to discover. It is based on a system that was made up by a guy, very smart guy, but it's not gospel and it's not necessarily truth. And so we need to experiment with how this works for ourselves. And and the not self themes is the place that's going to matter most. Then we're going to look at the different flow states in our charts, which are called definitions, the different types of energy circuits, our strength and our superpowers found in the gates and the channels, our incarnation crosses, and experimenting with that day to day and how that plays out for you, the hanging gates, the connection gates, the gates activated by the universe, and the transits. Then we're going to look at the nodes and the variances. And again, this is where I find that experimentation is more key, because to get the nodes and the variances accurate in your chart, you need to know almost down to the second what time you were born, and most of us don't have that information. So it's going to give you a starting point, a platform to connect with, and then you're going to play with and experiment with that. As a result of all of this, you are going to discover a lot about yourself and about your own patterns and preferences. You're going to be encouraged to share them openly. You're going to be encouraged to step into just owning your uniqueness and leveraging that to create the life you love. So we're going to look at decision-making strategies, interesting insights into your mind's operating system, your self-perception and its accuracy or inaccuracy, the communication styles that you bring with yourself and with others, organization and how you relate to it. So that's going to be in your day-to-day life and in your business. The values that you live by, where you're more inclined to focus your attention, whether you're looking at individual or whether you're more about the collective, and also some of your passions, some of your interests will come out through that. How we engage with the world, how we show up, and we can live more in alignment so that we are having less frustration, bitterness, disappointment, or anger, and having more satisfaction, delight, peace, and overall enjoyment in our lives. And we look at the relationships and how our energy interacts and exchanges, attraction factors, and so much more. So at the end of this course, you will have a greater awareness of your own uniqueness, some of your patterns and your preferences, and how to best leverage them to create a life you love. So if that sounds like a match, then click the link, enroll. If you've got some questions, click the link, book a call. We'll have a conversation about whether this is a good fit for you. My name is Amy Taylor. If somehow you stumbled on this page and you don't know who I am Amy Taylor. I am a heretic hermit. I am a manifesting generator, and I am absolutely living life in alignment with my own purpose to the best of my ability. I am creating a life I love. I am definitely not there. I am definitely on the journey. I am real. I am raw. I am vulnerable. How I've just shown up for you right now is how I show up to all of my mentoring, messy hair and all. I don't do professionalism. I don't do masking. I don't do to the best of my ability. I mean, I'm sure there are still some things that I'm masking. So if this style, this energy is what you're looking for, then I'd love to see you in the course. And I would love to have a conversation with you if you're just not quite sure that that's the best fit for you. I offer many packages. This is just one of them. And so I'd love to be able to serve you to working out what the next step is in your journey as you create a life you love. I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye.